Now, good morning, everybody. Apologies for the delay there, just getting started. We just had it waiting for a few more to sign on there now. So, for those of you who don't know me, my name is Audrey Eager, and I am the territory manager looking after the Irish market, and some of you who I've already spoken to in the past as well. Also joining me today, we have our head of marketing as well, Paul Saxby. So, what we're going to do is introduce a webinar to help you get a bit more focused in on what you're doing online by way of working, concentrating on Google, Facebook, social media, all of that big area out there as well, and how to manage your reviews and so on. And so just for the form of doing this, I'm going to show you a few slides now, and then you'll have the opportunity if you want to, if you look at your team viewer slide there as well, you'll find a little balloon where you can ask. If you click on it, it will open up a chat window, and if you want to ask any questions as we're going along, we'll be able to take a look. So if you go into this part up here, on here, be able to fill in your chat down here, ask your question, and I'll be able to see it down here as well. And so far away out during the course of the webinar, if you have any questions, just let me know what you need and we'll answer that. Now, so let's get cracking. Online these days, as you say, everyone is on the go. Mobile internet usage is up on the rise more than ever. People are busier than ever and using their smartphones and tablets, as I say, to use that cliche now more than ever. And we all know what we call the mobile generation, where we see everybody with a smartphone and a tablet stuck to their hip, sitting at the dinner table. There's no conversation anymore. People are just looking at their smartphones all the time and talking to each other through Facebook, through Twitter, following news reports, all of that. This is the world that we live in these days. So your customers, both existing and those that you'd like to bring on board and book it directly with yourself, are in the same world. They're booking online anywhere in the world. So they may need to be booking or looking online, they may want to be online, but more importantly is the fact that they can do everything online these days. They do their research on the phone, they can book online afterwards once they've done their research. So from your point of view, the opportunity is really there to capture that business and those bookings that are out there as well. So from your point of view as well, you obviously need to be able to manage this and your own business from anywhere without the need to be at the computer all the time. So let's looking at your customer itself and give a bit of a profile of what and who they are and what they're doing. Now, they're very much spontaneous. So that means by that, given the ease of access these days to the Wi-Fi, to 4G technology that's out there, this empowers them to be a lot more spontaneous in terms of their usage online. So that gives them the opportunity to make bookings just off the back of a whim, on a last minute booking, even booking while they're actually on their holidays and traveling around as well. And they tend to be very much cash rich and time poor people. By that, they'll have the highest usage there on their tablets and on their devices. More importantly, they're also the most lucrative customers. So these are the same people who will be buying extras when they're actually booking on your own website. They will be using tablets and mobile to browse and book on the go, and that is the norm of these days. And even if we look to about 4 years ago, there was only an iPad and there was only an iPhone. And now you can go in and you can actually, there's more choice to get different types of models and devices out there, and also it'll give you cheaper access out there as well. Now, I just had a comment there that there's an echo on the line, so let me just see if I can make that better. Side, or if you want as well, reduce the speakers on your own side as well. That might be able to alleviate some of that echo there as well. Questions that they have before they actually get there. Ideally, it's best to naturally it's best to get a booking instantly. Sorry, we still have that issue with the echo there now, so let me see if there's something I can do here. Competitor is going to get in there before you do, because while a customer is looking at your property, they can be also shopping around, looking at your competitors nearby as well. And if somebody else gets to them first, you will lose that booking there as well. So as much as you don't want to be tied to the office, to your computer as well, mobile usage for yourself will be a benefit to you as well, because you'll be able to use your own mobile devices to actually capture that business out there as well. So it's a two-way relationship in that respect. What does it mean to be optimized? What does it mean to be viewed online? And more importantly, to be appreciated from a customer's point of view, that this will all result in a booking for yourself. Now, what we're looking at here now is this term that we call SEO. That's search engine optimization, and quite a lot of people don't understand what that means. And that just really means that more websites are found on search engines, and the number one search out there, it is Google. And the most important fact to remember is when it comes to Google, and we know it's become a verb in this day and age, people will say Google it if they want to look up something. And when they are looking up something, they look and they trust the organic search available on Google. By that I mean it's looking at page one on Google as opposed to trusting what they see by way of the ads on Google. That the organic search is that natural page one, page two that you see when you're looking at Google, and 80% of all people don't actually go past page one. So it is very, very important that you have yourselves listed as high up as possible on page one, so you can get the visibility out there as well. You need to present your best face and create the best presence possible for yourself when you are looking at Google. What does your customer do when they're looking at Google again? They're looking for a specific question. And as I say, they trust the organic search rather than trusting what they see on a paid ad on Google Ads. Errors here on our side, so apologies for that, but please bear with us as well, and we'll hopefully see that it improves as the course of the webinar goes on as well. On the Google themselves, as I say, they are looking for a specific question. So when it comes to accommodation, what they're saying is accommodation in Inishowen, accommodation in Kildare, accommodation in the Aran Islands, anywhere like that, accommodation in Dublin, where can I stay? Your contact details or anything like that, because what's the first thing that will pop up to them will be the name of the accommodation that's there available as well, and that's from there is where that your name starts cropping up into the equation of their search for accommodation. From your point of view, really it's about making Google work for you. Give Google what it wants, and that's content. Content is what we mean by your website, the Google listing you have for yourself, the text you have in your website, the quality of the photos you have in your website, the video you may have on your website as well, the reviews and the social media feeds that you have in your website as well. And by that, I mean other online travel agents who we all know, the likes of Booking.com and Expedia out there, who have a vast amount of money out there as well to invest in search engine optimization. Question when people do go and find you out there, would you trust yourself when you're actually looking at yourself? Think of yourself, looking at yourself as a third party, as a potential guest, and see how you come across and what first impression that you make there as well. And do this little exercise time in, time out, just to sort of see exactly how you perceive yourself online through Google as well. Or loaded, but it is something that you do need to start taking a look at. If you look at the power of Facebook itself, it has over 1 billion users every month. A day on Twitter. That's a massive amount of interaction that is going on the social media platforms out there. Your customers, your online customers, will more than likely be using social media to search and to promote you now. Allowing you to be found and allowing other people to actually say good things about you as well. They don't want to have this fear of missing out, so they'll always want to see what's on the go out there as well. More importantly, they will have their own network of friends, their own network of followers who will trust their word of mouth, their recommendation that they had a nice stay with you, and they would recommend anybody else who they're communicating out to within their network of friends and followers to then ask others to come and take a look at your property and stay with you as well. So from your point of view, social media is just about telling the world about your own products. Now, I've just had a question come in there. What are the key points you should not put on Facebook? Very interesting questions as well. This is where I would say, this is a business face you're putting onto your business. It's not about, putting up your thoughts every 10 seconds or every minute of the day. It's focusing in on the highlights of the local activities within your own area, any major advertising promotional work that's going on. For anybody, for example, who may be taking advantage of in the right location of the Wide Atlantic Way, focusing in a lot with that. The likes of, it's really, tagging yourself in with other people there as well. Even if it's Tourism Ireland, if it's Vulture Ireland, with the Wide Atlantic Way, any other agents that you're working with, even with ourselves as well, because this is all about creating space online. And the more you can evolve yourself in the conversation online on Facebook, the more that it will overlap in each other and it will all create that bigger space out there for yourself. But the one big and main important thing is about what you shouldn't put up on Facebook is don't be, pushing up profile statuses of how I couldn't tie my shoelaces this morning or something like that. Be intelligent and be smart about what you're posting up and make it relevant. So it's more probably the question is, think about the positives of your own side of your business, your unique selling features of your own business. If there's a beautiful sunrise or a sunset and you can get captured pictures of that as well, that all adds value to what your page on Facebook is all about. And say, there's a line where you cross where you put too much activity on your profile page, and that will keep appearing on everybody else's page. But if it's not relevant, people will just ignore it. So it's about thinking intelligently about your posts and having, the right message coming out about your business. It's not your own personal page, it is your business page. So link those two factors in together and you will have the best Facebook profile for yourself there as well. Touched on there, the relevant, the more relevant your information is that you're posting on social media will add to your overall space online. And the example I use is, this is all a little bit like blowing up a balloon. The more you blow up the balloon, the bigger the balloon will get. The more that you allow your name to be out there online, the bigger your space online will get as well. So always remember, it's adding in fresh content, keeping your listing on Google and all up to date as well, because all of that will just add to your presence on Google as well. Now, and it's not just a question of, I don't like it, I don't want to be in with it, because this is what we find with our users, is that they don't necessarily like it, but customers do, and competitors do, and this is what we're trying to, this is our audience, and this is who we're trying to reach out to. We want to reach out to our customers who are using social media online for pretty much most part of their days there as well. Now, reaching out to these online bookings as well, more and more bookings are made online. And just from the statistics that you can see that we have posted there, just in not so much in euros, but even just there in sterling as well, over 100 billion pounds worth of bookings are made online now, and that's a phenomenal amount of business that is out there ready to be captured there as well. So more and more people are booking online. Book online then from there as well. And so you need to be able your customer to find you online through Google, through your space you have on online travel agents, through social media as well. Now, customers will research your property across many different platforms, as I say, and the first place they'll generally tend to go to research you is on an online travel agent site. And what they're looking for there is consistency in your property, the message that you're pushing out there, your product itself, the pricing, your rates out there, and the images that you've got out there as well. Some of these customers will already have a preferred online travel agent that they will use, and that's more so out of habit more than anything else. And what we're trying to do is, by focusing in on your own website, we'll change that habit that people will go to the online travel agent first, and their habit will become that they will go direct to the property's website and book through from there. Now, they'll also see a lot of television advertisement out there as well from the online travel agents, and that builds a natural brand trust to these particular online travel agents as well. Now, you'll also be part of that bigger picture as well if you're working with the online travel agents out there as well, so you can take advantage of that trust that's been built there that the customer will see, and then we can still add value to this trust by getting them to focus in on your own website as well. So you need to be able to compete with your competitors, not just yourself, but the competitors in the area, but the competitors out there that will be listed on an online travel agent as well. You need to work with the online travel agents to help you get more bookings as well. Use them to promote your property. Now, also looking in on your own website too as well. When we come to the commissions that you're paying out to the online travel agents, it is what we call a necessary evil, because not only are they promoting your business, but they will give you bookings back in return. But you don't want to be paying over the top for any online travel agent bookings. You shouldn't be paying extra fees on top of an online travel agent booking, because that will add up Any bookings you get through your own website should be commission free. And that's really the key about focusing in all your business directly through to your own website there as well. Preferred online travel agent, which is Expedia. And what we found from the research is that out of every 10 bookings when a customer is looking off their website, 4 will stay with Expedia and book through from there. But 3 will then carry on and follow through and book on the property's own website. And then another 3 are going to actually pick up the phone and book direct. So that means though, for every if you're listed on an online travel agency site, 6 out of every 10 bookings are going to be direct bookings. And they're not the statistics, that's what the statistics show. So it is important to look and to consider working with the online travel agents, because it will, in the overall picture scheme of things, it is going to bring you more direct bookings. Your customers will want to find out more before they book, and that's why they use an online travel agent, because it is better to, find you there on that site, and then when they do go to look at your own website, what your own website will have is more information about what you offer. You can sell your unique selling features right through to the homemade breads you do out at breakfast time, right through to your own personality within the properties, yourselves as hosts as well. All of that adds value to your website, so it's important to have that content up there as well. Give your customer this information on your website, absolutely, and this is the point I'm trying to get across. Focus in on all that extra information, focus in on getting your reviews up on your website, show the customer how easy it is to book on your own website, and show them how safe it is for the customer to book on your own website. And again, this all comes down to trust. This is about creating an environment of trust on your own website, that people will break that habit of booking on an online travel agent site, and they will trust your website and book through from there. And all of those things that I've just mentioned will add to that as well. So do know your system, and let the guests know your system as well, and make it very clear on your website what exactly is possible there as well. So as I said already, any bookings you get from your own website should be commission free. We want 0% bookings coming through off your own website, and that's what our booking engine does. And it will ensure that your guests will experience a positive booking experience as well, because it's all adapted to a mobile friendly environment out there as well. And we'll make sure that your website is optimized, that it will get free bookings through your site, and it will be found easier as well there as well. Quite easily, or they don't really want to take a look because they're too afraid of what they might see. But you do need to take a look at them, because don't always think of it as the negative. There's a lot of positivities out there. 81% of all businesses will find reviews are very, very important. But 49% of all people out there won't book a property if they don't actually see any reviews, full stop. Okay, because what they're looking is, if there's no reviews out there, have you got something to hide? So by not taking advantage of your reviews really is a massive disadvantage for your business there. So do share your own reviews that you may get in your own guest book that you have on site. Post them up afterwards as well. Create a space on your own website that you can share your positive reviews out there. Tell the world the good news that you've had a guest stay with you, and they have had a positive experience in your property there as well. Now, before they've even arrived, before they've even made the booking, they will have already formed an opinion about you. And good or bad, if it's good, they will have followed through and they will have booked direct through from you. And if it's negative, we need to address that negative. So embrace the online review and turn the negative into a positive by responding to your reviews. Customers do expect a little bit of balance out there. So it is okay to respond to a negative review and consider, if we'll address your issues, we've taken them on board, offer them another stay, and hopefully they'll be able to see what they may have experienced the last time round. Well, next time round, you'll have fixed all of that, and they will have thoroughly enjoyed their stay the next time, and then go back online and will then leave an even better review than what they had left originally there as well. So not one bad review does make for a complete review, a bad review, a negative impression for an entire property there as well. So from your own point of view, as I say, respond to all reviews, good and bad, even the good ones. Do acknowledge the review, say thank you, say we'd love to see you back again as well into the future there as well. And, keep that flow of communication, build on that relationship, and then next time around, they'll know who you are, they'll have a relationship and a rapport with you, and they will come back and book direct through from you there as well. And to say, if you do win any rewards from the likes of TripAdvisor as well, do tell the world what that's all about. So go online, go onto your TripAdvisor account, take the widgets down, and actually load them up onto your own website as well. Next topic there, we're looking at price. For when they actually are searching for a property online, when they're looking for accommodation. Well, the first thing they're looking for is normally the location. I mean, sometimes there's not a lot that we can do about that. We can change it. If you're in Galway and somebody's looking for accommodation in Dublin, we're going to find that hurdle very hard to get over. But after that, then, what people are looking for are reviews and price. And they're the next two decision makers when people come to actually booking accommodation in a particular location. And when it comes to price, people are still very much price sensitive, and it can be the absolute deal maker when it comes to actually making the booking there. People are looking for value. It hasn't gone away. People still want value for their money. And that's why price comparison sites come in very handy for that there as well. So you must be offering a competitive price and also be able to react to a very fluid marketplace. Online business allows for supply and demand to be very transparent. People can see what your competitor is offering 2 doors up, or the other hotel just across the way from yourself there as well. So make your pricing strategy work for you. Again, what the customer is looking for value for money, not always the cheapest. So this is why what the content that you're putting up on your own website by way of the extra services that you're offering will again add value to the rates that you're offering out to the marketplace as well. They will pay for peace of mind, and this is where your reviews will help a lot, because your reviews will allow you, the more positive reviews you get, the more that you'll be able to charge a little bit extra, in the same way that your star rating is a quality benchmark as well, and this will allow you to add more value to your rates as well. And customers will always, as I say, they're still price sensitive, so they will hunt around for the best deal out there. So react to a fluid market. For example, last year we had the case of the big debacle of the Garth Brooks concert being cancelled there at the last minute, and a lot of the owners of guest houses and B&Bs right through to hoteliers there in and around North Dublin and into the central Dublin there as well, all lost out massively because people cancelled once those 5 nights were cancelled as well. And what they had to do to obviously compensate for that loss of business, they drastically reduced their bookings in order to capture the last minute business that will be able to come in because the concert had been cancelled as well. So always keep your eye out on what's happening around you, right through to local festivities, local attractions. We've just had St. Patrick's Week out there as well. So always be conscious of other things that are going on around you as well. Also start thinking about, I know we are only coming into the start of the summer of 2015, but start thinking ahead and start looking at your pricings for 2016 as well, because we've had the start of the season now. St. Patrick's Week is done and dusted, but people will now be thinking about, okay, I want to start planning for next. I've had a great stay in Ireland over the last week, and I want to do it again next year. So have that on your back of mind and start thinking about your prices for next year too. Also be conscious of the prices that you do for your off-season periods as well, and think about what offers could I introduce during that period as well. Could I do 3 nights for the price of 2? Could I do an extra discount offer for that particular period? You know, all of these little, you know, changes and tweaks that you can do to your rating, to your rates, will only encourage more people to come back and book to you as well. So as I say, know your market, know what's going on around you, and price accordingly. Maximize any opportunity you've got of anything that's happening around you that you can to bring in more business to your own booking, to your own business as well. Now, the next topic we want to look at, we talked about there quickly, peace of mind. And this is when your own website, when people are booking off your own website, they want to know that they're going to be booking in a secure environment. They want to know they're going to be entering in their credit card details in a safe and secure environment, because unfortunately in this day and age, there are a lot of funny bookings out there on your side and funny transactions out there as well on the customer side as well. So as much as it's great to take online bookings, but having a secure online payment for yourself is even more better for the guest as well. The guest wants to feel safe and secure. The more you can help this, the better it will be. And sometimes, again, it can be a deal breaker, because if somebody is looking to book off your own website and they don't like the look or the feel, if they don't trust the booking process that's there, it will turn them off from booking, and you will lose that booking, and they may go to your competitor, who has a secure online payment available on their own website as well. You also need to ensure that your customers are genuine and perhaps payments do arrive as well. And that's why we do encourage that at time of booking, a deposit is taken, so you know that you've got a genuine booking coming your way. Now, your customer is always going to be, you know, conscious of this, and increasingly they're a lot more knowledgeable of what happens by way of online fraud. And so that's the world that your customer, who is more online now more than ever, is going to be aware that online fraud happens, and they will look out for signs and symbols highlighting that transactions are safe. And by that I mean they're looking for the likes of McAfee, they're looking for Norton server on there, MasterCard, they're looking for the signs that say verified by Visa and all of that as well. And that just gives a first impression on your own website that this is a secure environment that they're paying into. And so a lot of them will be happy to pay in full, because this is what they're used to. Even if you're booking a cinema ticket in these days, you have to pay up front for it. If you're booking on, if you're buying a book on Amazon, you've got to pay for it first online before you'll actually get it delivered to your doorstep. If you're doing your shopping online, you know you have to pay up front and give your card details over. And these guys will be doing this quite regularly as the norm, so they will be happy to pay in full up front, or even just to pay a deposit at time of booking as well. And from your own point of view, it's good and you're happy. Most is what our customers saying. You're happy to see the money arrive into your account, because that will ultimately add to your cash flow as well. And what's possible when you're looking at even the major online travel agents out there is creating a secure environment for yourself as well, because you can have the facility to pre-authorize credit cards for pay on arrival bookings. And you know, we can incorporate all of that within our system there as well. And then you'll always know that even through just by having the deposits taken there as well, you'll know that in the event of a cancellation or a no-show, there will always be revenue there available from you because the deposit has been taken at time of booking as well. Sorry, there we go. And I'm just going to press the play button here now, and I'll be back on once you've heard this little song. So anybody who wants to take a sip of water or anything like that at the moment, have a break, and we'll be back with you now in a second.
Bills to pay, day in, day out, too much to do. Wanna be my boss and have a home with a view. Bought a farm in the country, couldn't dream of much more. Fixed up my friends and put my sign on the door. Wish I could do it all my way. I'm so stressed, I'm all in the mess. Trying to run the place my way, but I never have time. I wanna feel the sunshine. And it's time to get books in, but there's so much to do. I've got to sign up Expedia, Late Rooms, and Travel Republic too. Not to mention Facebook, Twitter, Google, and Yahoo. And then get on the weekend to advise reviews. And then advertising and advertising and more advertising. There's no support to help me get along. I'm glued to the phone, it's costing me a bomb. I guess don't know who on earth I am. There has to be a better way, because I'm in a jam. Come to run the place my way. This life should be easy, I want to believe it. I want to run the place my way, cause then I'll have time. I want to feel the sunshine. Now eviivo is here and everything's in one place. One click I'm signed up and no bills to chase. Bookings coming in like never before. I think I just heard another knock at the door. It's playing from all travel agencies, but nothing's over. Now eviivo's with me. Now I run the place my way. It's all so easy, I can hardly believe it. Now I run the place my way. I've always got time to feel in the sunshine. And now I love life and my business too. I spend time with my guests, we have a barbecue. There's a personal touch with every booking I take. I follow my streets and my reviews are great. I take bookings anywhere, oh this is sweet. With the wind in my sails, my love's complete. Now I run the place my way. It's all so easy, I can hardly believe it. Now I run the place my way. The sun's always shining, there's nothing to worry about.
Over 5,000 different properties in the various different countries that we work with. All notes and reminders of each particular booking, special requests and all of that. The system will automatically generate your guest confirmations there as well. You can have your own professionally styled guest registration forms as well. And basically it's to streamline all your systems, bringing in your invoices as well, all under one roof that you'll be able to use for yourself there on a day-to-day basis. We also offer a channel manager as well, connecting you through to the major online travel agents out there as well. So right through to booking.com, through Expedia, through to hotels.com, right through even down to Tourism Ireland as well. Our channel manager means that we can connect your diary right through to these various agents, and the availability will feed directly through from there. So they'll all be reading off the same hymn sheet, and the risks of double bookings will be vastly reduced. In fact, it will be completely erased from the equation, because everything online, right through from your website through to the online travel agents, everybody will be reading off the same information there as well. So it will cut out the manual job of you having to go into these particular sites and possibly taking your rooms off sale then manually all the time as well. It can all be incorporated in under our particular system. Now, what the channel manager will help you do, just to show you here, if we go back to that statistics of 6 out of every 10 bookings from earlier on that is booked direct through from you, the channel manager will give you that exposure to that online travel agent as well. As I say, 4 of these bookings will remain with that travel agent, but the remaining 6 will come direct through from you, and the channel manager will help you get that exposure out there with least amount of fuss to yourself as well. Detail, the more accurate the information that you can give us by way of your rate plans, this is where we can really build that into your system, so you can spread yourself out there online and offer more flexibility to your rates and introduce special offers for your off-season periods as well. We can take care of all of that as well under through our system. Taken care of as well. So again, the devil is in the detail. The more information you can give us, the better we can have your account set up as well. What we do by way of your website as well, we will design your website free of charge. It's at no extra cost to yourself. It's all mobile friendly as well. So as we talked about earlier on, more and more people are booking online using a device, whether it's a smartphone, whether it's a tablet, and your whole website can be designed to suit that need there as well. And if you want to work off your existing website, well, our booking engine will allow all of that mobile friendliness to be all taken care of as well. It's multilingual, it's multi-currency, so you will be able to capture that strong European business out there, and at the same time you'll be able to as well capture the American market as well and show your prices in dollars as well. And the most important thing to remember is that every booking you get from your own website is commission free. There is nothing extra going in on top of these bookings. And so this is the best type of online booking that you can get for yourself. On the website, and the booking button itself will look something similar to this, and this is what we can incorporate into your own existing website as well, and we'll work in conjunction with your webmaster to ensure that that job gets done properly. Allow you to get on with other things, and once you have a smartphone or if you have a tablet nearby, you don't need to be tied to the computer all the time. If you get a booking over the phone, you can use our mobile app to take the booking, enter it into the system, and then from there, before you've even hung up on the guest, you can reassure the guest that if they check their inbox, they'll receive confirmation of the booking going straight has gone out to their inbox. You can then hang up on the guest, and you'll know for your own peace of mind that that room has now come off sale from your website and from the online travel agents, just like that. So if you are out doing other things, you will be able to do all of this without the worry of needing to rush back, put the booking in, take the room off sale elsewhere. It's all been taken care of there. So it makes you mobile as much as the customer will be mobile as well. So we're nearly there now. Just to sum up what we've been going over, most important point to remember is in this day and age, bookings can be made from anywhere, anytime, and more importantly, of any device. People are booking differently now, and they're not going to the traditional high street travel agents to make their bookings. They're a lot more empowered to do it themselves, and it's very important to concentrate a little bit of time and making sure that you're optimized the set to capture that business out there. First step in the equation there is think about the search engine optimization. Get your website seen by the world online. Embrace a little bit of social media. Start off maybe with a bit of Facebook and work a lot on that, incorporating that into your website, and build up that network of be seen everywhere so customers cannot fail to find you online, and use online travel agents more expect bookings coming through to yourself. Embrace your reviews, take them on board and make them work for you, and take a look at your pricing strategy and see if it's reactive to the market, or could you offer something different to bring more business to your property as well. And again, create that environment that your customer is reassured that they are booking through a safe environment. Now, going to finish up there. So if anybody's got any questions, I've got a question just came in there now a second ago, which was, what is the cost? The cost for the use of our service depends on the number of rooms you have and then the number of services that you take. So we'll have a chat later on, because each property has their own needs. They'll have their own room configuration there as well. So maybe we'll follow that up with a phone call later on, and we can have a chat in more detail about that. Anybody else, any questions there as well? Participant 4 who just asked that last question as well. I don't know who you are. If you wouldn't mind just popping in the name of your property there, I can give you a phone call and we can have another chat about that to do with the costs. That would be great. And we can have a chat in the next couple of minutes to do with that. And if there's anything else that anybody needs, my phone number, if you need to get hold of me at all, it's 076 888 6055. And when you come through the switch, you can get option 2 and you'll get myself there now. So we're going to finish up for the moment. So I just want to say thank you for your time this morning. I hope it's been of some benefit. We're going to be doing, this is the first of a series of webinars that we will be doing for the Irish market. So we will be coming up with other topics as well over the next couple of months. So do stay posted, do join in again, and hopefully we'll have a chat again in the future. So thank you and goodbye. Have a lovely day.